Hello, everyone, and welcome to Module 6. I did pre-record this earlier. I found out I didn't turn on my mic, so here I am recording it again. Nonetheless, we're going to get through the whole thing. I think I'm going to make this Module 6 multiple-part series where we cover all of social media. I know a lot of you guys have questions on how you should set up your Instagram, what kind of content you should be posting, how you're going to be reaching out to real estate agents, contractors, real estate investors, and whatnot. And there's multiple parts throughout this that we need to cover to give you the entire picture. So in this particular video, we're going to be covering how you should set up your Instagram and basically how it should look. I've actually went ahead and already collected some drone Instagram profile pages that we're going to go look through. And what I want you to do is draw some inspiration from these in order to create your own page. So we got Drone Hub as the logo. We got Drone Hub Media as the username. We got Drone Hub right here as the page name. They categorize themselves as a media agency. And the only other thing they really have in their bio is we create real estate content. Now, they are a nationally known company. Like every single real estate agent that ever contacted me to go ahead and put my drone up was always like, oh, can you make sure that your videos look more like Drone Hub's videos? So real estate agents across the nation know about these guys. And that's why, since they're so well known, they get to keep everything super simple. But you guys aren't known yet. So we definitely need to add more details into your bio, into your profile. But nonetheless, this is a good base for you to start off from. As far as the logo goes, I don't want you guys to waste too much time thinking about a cool company name and creating a cool logo. If you see Drone Hub's logo, it's really super simple. They chose one font, Drone Hub. It's a little smaller, a little bit more in the corner, with a white background. It's super simple. And they are now a company that's known across the United States by real estate agents who come from all walks of life. So keep in mind, you don't need a cool company name and a cool logo just to be successful. Moving on to Drone Eye Pro. What I like about this page is definitely the profile picture. It's really eye-catching, especially since it's that orange color. And typically everyone already knows that an H on the floor means helipad landing. So having a drone on top of that, you don't really need to read the username or read through the bio to kind of get the picture of what's going on here. So in their bio, they have themselves categorized as a product and service. They have it stated here that they are FAA certified. They have a liability limit of $10 million. Just going back to this topic of limited liability coverage, from my personal experience, I was able to fly a drone for 3 years shooting real estate content for real estate investors, contractors, and real estate agents. You guys know this. And I have not crashed my drone into any moving objects that actually caused any damage. And so far, after all the things I've crashed into, nothing has broken. The drone hasn't broken, and none of the items I've crashed into have broken. So that's why I actually recommended you guys to get the DJI Mavic Mini 3, as I mentioned before. It weighs less than 249 grams. This is a DJI Mavic Mini 1, but it uses the same propellers. Like this one, as you see here, they're super bendy, so you're not going to be scratching anything. You're not going to be chopping anything off. You would have to be going towards the house at a really high speed in order to actually do some damage to the drone or the home, or anything else on the property for that matter. And since you'll be shooting real estate with drones, there's no reason why you should be flying fast in the first place. However, I do want to let you guys know that if you guys are working around a lot of wires, for example, if there are a lot of street poles around you, if somebody has like string lights in their backyard hanging, and you find yourself obtaining more shoots like that, then you might want to opt in to get the liability insurance. But as I told you guys, I've done hundreds of shoots for contractors, real estate agents, and that's never been an issue for me. If I do find those things are in the way, I can just maneuver around them. I can choose to do my shot from a different angle, from a different perspective of the home, just so that I can avoid that mess entirely. Once you guys do upgrade your drones to a bigger drone, whatever the case is, when you do get liability coverage, you can definitely throw that on there what your limit is. It's a concern to some 60 plus real estate professionals I've worked with. There's maybe been 2 or 3 of them that actually asked if I have liability coverage. So trust me, it's not a deal breaker to a lot of them to actually get the job. If anything, they more so care that you're FAA certified, which you will be. And that's exactly why I want you to add that FAA certified line there in your bio. Night operation certified, I'd leave that alone. Typically, only luxury real estate agents really want those night shots. Otherwise, all real estate agents have the feeling that, oh, if we're shooting at night, we're not going to get good footage. We're not going to get good photos. Now, night operation certified, that's not something I would recommend you guys to throw in there. I don't even think it's necessary. Typically, luxury real estate agents are the only ones that really feel confident in their drone pilots to actually send them out at night to take those images. But with your typical real estate agent, they have no faith in any of the images coming out good at nighttime. So they're not even going to ask for it. So I would leave that out completely. Now, your location is definitely a big thing you want to throw in your bio, and maybe even consider throwing into your username. If you guys see here, if we actually type in New Jersey Drone Services, here are some of the drone companies that pop up. Now, what I want you to see is this really interesting observation right here, where if we type in New Jersey rather than NJ Drone Services, who comes up? You see a lot of those people got kicked out. A lot of them that were on NJ, a lot of them got kicked out. Sorry, guys, my cats are like going ape shit in the background. Hopefully now they'll calm down a little bit. I locked one of them up in the cage. Anyways, as you can see, between searching up NJ Drone Services, these are all the people that pop up, right? We got Destiny to Fly LLC, we got New Jersey Drone Services, we got Matrix Drone, we got New Jersey Drone Service. But if we come over here and we type New Jersey, so you're actually typing out the entire state word by word, New Jersey Drone Services, all of those guys kind of get kicked out, right? But who's left standing? NJ Drone Service, right? So if we look between here and here, NJ Drone Service, NJ Drone Services, New Jersey Drone Service, New Jersey Drone Services, he's going to pop up on both, and he's going to pop up at the top just because he embedded within his username and the title of his page SEO ranked terms that real estate agents, contractors, real estate investors, whoever is looking for drone services will type into Instagram in order to find him. So he's covered himself on both ends. So that's definitely something to consider when you're putting together your username and your page name, as well as all the information in your bio. That's also going to help you rank on Instagram for certain terms as well. So what I would do is also take a look at your competitors in your state, in your city, see what they're doing with their Instagram pages, whether it comes to their username, their content, the title, their bio. Just compare and contrast. You definitely want to make sure you stand out, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're throwing all the elements in there that are necessary to make sure that you get found by other real estate professionals. Next is drone home media. The words drone and media are definitely something to consider because people do search that up as well. They usually simply search up drone media companies. So the fact that he threw in the word home in the middle of that gives it a lot more context and really shows that he's actually shooting homes here and that he's just not shooting drone footage for simply anybody. And of course, throwing real estate media at the end of that is awesome. Really good. Definitely consider doing that on your profile as well. The one-stop shop for real estate media and marketing. Now, you guys can't put that in your bio yet because you're not really a one-stop shop. You're not providing all the services that do encompass real estate media, but that's what we're working up towards, right? In this course, what I'm trying to help you realize is the fact that you can go ahead and purchase your FAA license. You can purchase the drone. You can get everything else you need from it, and then you can make your money back from all of those investments. Then you can go ahead and make a profit and then take that money invested into more gear, right? One of the other things I mentioned is a 3D virtual camera. So this guy right here, he does floor plans and Matterports. So that's actually 3D virtual tours, the exact same thing I was showing you guys before with the 3D virtual camera. He does drone stuff. And then of course he uses his DSLR camera to do photography and videography. Now, and he also does social media marketing services. So currently in the bio, you just want to stick with drone. You can type in drone photography and videography. That's one thing you can do. But just keep in mind in the future, the next best service that you can actually provide will be with the Matterport camera, will be 3D virtual tours. So you can also include floor plans with that because when you get the Matterport software, it actually gives you a view where you can actually view it as a floor plan. You can take that information and data, stick it into a software like AutoCAD or Floor Planner, and then you can generate entire floor plans for them. So these are just add-on services that you can go ahead and tack on to basically increase the amount of services you can provide and the amount of value you can provide to that real estate professional, and therefore increase your dollars per client. We're not there yet, but I want you to know this is the goal right here. This is similar to how I had my page set up as well. And I also want you guys to notice that even though they're not only doing drone stuff anymore, that's like 1/5 of all the stuff that they do, they still have their username and their company name as Drone Home Media. So all of this stuff is not too much to geek out about. Just make sure everything is super simple and straightforward, and make sure you don't have a single word in there that is not necessary to be there. Next, we're going to be reviewing Eco Drone Service. As you can see here, a very simple logo. Nothing too crazy. Looks like it could have actually been made with one of those free apps or even an AI software, which is actually what I recommend you guys to do. Don't spend too much time making your logo, please. You're going to be wasting a bunch of time. So he has himself as Eco Drone Service on the logo, and Eco Drone Service on the page name as well. He has himself categorized as a digital creator. So you guys have options: media company, digital creator, product service. I remember I did product service. But it's up to you guys. And I don't think there's really any way of knowing for sure which one works the best. If you guys do want to go off of the top dogs in the nation, definitely go with media agency. But at the same time, they are an agency, and that term agency is kind of a buzzword to people in a negative sense. A lot of business owners don't like working with agencies because they feel like, if any questions, comments, or concerns come up, they jump on the phone and they're going to end up talking to a customer service representative rather than somebody who's actually taking care of them. So the word agency does have that stigma to it, which is the only reason I don't really like it. And even though I actually do run a social media marketing company, I call it a company rather than an agency. So yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. Now over here, I do like the fact that they do have Kingston, Ontario. So they do put their location and they put a little flag as well. That's really cool. So use those emojis too when you're going ahead and listing them out in your bio. Drone photography and videography service. I like how you put that together, but definitely I would definitely say incorporate the word real estate somewhere in there. And he also has over here Transport Canada, Advanced RPAS drone certification. So instead, you would put in FAA Part 107 licensed drone pilot. And I would even say to him, like, just move this right down here. So it's not just one long sentence that they have to read through. They can actually just go piece by piece down the line. The next one I want to show you guys is Broken Compass Drone Media. Another thing I noticed I want to point out to you guys is that these guys are actually also a New Jersey drone company. But that should make you wonder, right? When we type in New Jersey drone company, or actually New Jersey drone media, why aren't they showing up as my first option like the other guy was? So that's definitely something to consider as well, right? So just because you type New Jersey down here in the bio does not necessarily mean that you're going to go ahead and get ranked whenever somebody types in New Jersey drone anything. So I would definitely try putting the word New Jersey or your state. So I would definitely try putting your state somewhere in either your page title or your actual username handle. I like the fact that he threw in his email address over here. I like how he worded this: drone photo and film. I like how he worded this: drone photo and film, rather than drone videography and drone photography. It's kind of a mouthful. So he simply just categorized himself as photography and videography, which is also really cool too. I would definitely recommend that. I think that's a good move on his part. And I know some of you have some questions as far as if you need a website where you're going to upload your portfolio. What I did when I first started out was I actually used my Instagram as my portfolio. I only actually created a website and got a website with Wix.com. Or even GoDaddy. I think I went with Wix. I actually only went ahead and did that when I got 5 to 6 clients in. That's when I realized that, wow, this can actually pop off. I can actually make $50,000 a year. So I want to take this thing super seriously and invest in a website. So at this current point in time, I would definitely say hold off on that. Let's get the ball rolling first before you get too complicated with all this other stuff. However, if you start getting questions asked like, hey, do you have a website I can visit? Hey, do you have a portfolio I could see? In that case, you might want to go ahead and quickly set up a Wix website. But in my experience, at least in the beginning stages, I did not get any of those questions. But as soon as I started getting those questions, I quickly went ahead and just made a website. It's super simple, not too expensive. But at this moment in time, I would definitely say leave that out. It's not really necessary. Let them know where you're from. Let them know how to contact you. You can even leave your phone number in there, something I did as well. And I believe if you actually sign up as an Instagram business account, they actually have a little contact button there for you. And once the viewer actually clicks the contact button, your phone number and your email address will actually pop up there. So you actually also have that option as well. So the layout of this one is definitely one that I like. I just don't like the fact that they're not ranking at all when it comes to typing in the word New Jersey into the search bar. So that's something I definitely think they should kind of figure out. Even if they just added NJ right after Broken Compass Drone Media and they just added NJ, that would help them out a ton. Now, here's another one. New Jersey Drone Guide. This is actually one I think you guys should definitely steal. Basically, you put in your state and then you just type in drone guide, right? And he's actually running this off as a personal brand, seems like, rather than a company brand. So he actually has his face on there. He's coming on camera and he's making videos. This is really the way to do it. Even just looking at only this portion that I can see right now, I don't doubt the fact that he has 22,000 followers. Also, I know some of you guys are going to be asking about this Instagram verified badge. It's not that serious. You don't have to be wasting a couple extra bucks a month to get that badge or even get verified or whatever the case is. Don't stress about it. If you can't afford it, don't do it now. It's not that important. It's not going to make or break you. Maybe when you have a good few thousand followers, then go ahead and invest into that. But as of right now, forget about it. So yeah, in his case, you don't even need a logo. You could just simply start off with a nice profile image of yourself. Your name is the page name, and you're already covering yourself as far as SEO rankings because you do have your state right there. And this is actually, oh wow, I actually love that he's doing this because he's throwing New Jersey here, NJ, and then he's throwing New Jersey, the whole word right down here. So that's something you guys could do as well. Just keep in mind that putting New Jersey right here is not necessarily going to help you rank in the SEO perspective, but it is going to help people understand that you are located in New Jersey when they actually view your page and when they actually find your page and actually look at your profile. He also has right here photography, videography. So I think that's definitely something you guys should go with. Certified FAA, certified Part 107 drone pilot, cool. Videographer and photographer for real estate. I like how he mentioned real estate here. Events and more. Content creator, New Jersey. Hashtag drone guy. Wow. So even if you see right here, okay, so this is actually a perfect example. He used a Popl.me. So that's kind of like a link tree, it's just like a bunch of links. So you can save his contact information here. You can shoot him an email. You can add him to your contacts. You can send him a phone. You can send him a text message. You can visit his Facebook. You can send him a Venmo payment. It's very super simple. And the fact that he has this many followers, he's definitely making a good amount of money. And out of all the posts that he's been putting up, he's definitely doing this full time as well. See, even right here, please book ASAP. We're going on vacation from June 26th to July 5th. That's a good indicator that the man's making some money if he has time to go on vacation. So yeah, in my opinion, personal brand is always the way to go when it comes to social media. However, I know a lot of you are shy to get on camera. That's something we will break through as these modules go on. I am going to force you to get out of that comfort zone, as you might say, because you definitely need to come on camera. People definitely need to see that you're a real person, that they can trust you, that you're personable, that you're known within the community. All of these things really matter. And the logo is simply not going to do that for you.